Hello and welcome everybody to the Creatrix YouTube channel and myself Ankit Goyal here in front of you presenting a lecture on analog electronics. So guys, soon you will be watching one of the best lectures on analog electronics, but before doing that, let me first introduce myself, my dear friends. My name is Ankit Goyal. I got AIR1 twice in GATE in 2014 and 2018. I was awarded the President of India Gold Medal in the year 2013 when I graduated from IIT Indore. Till date, I have taught more than 1 lakh students in the online and the offline classes, and presently I am working as a director at an academy for GATE department. But the reason, my friend, the reason up for this series is because many students were asking for analog electronics, and I had recorded analog electronics just a short while ago, but due to that huge demand, we are giving you the recorded content of the analog electronics, and you are absolutely going to love it because it will provide you an in-depth analysis of analog electronics. And that analysis will be more based on network analysis than EDC. So if you don't have a prior knowledge of EDC, that is not at all required. When I am teaching analog electronics, I will be relating it more towards the network analysis. So you need to have a good basic understanding of network analysis so that you can do well in analog electronics. And my dear friend, what I believe is after this lecture series is over, your fear of analog electronics will definitely go away, and it will seem to be one of the easiest subject ever, because you will be applying the fundamental laws and you will be finding all the answers. Okay, so it will become very easy even for an electrical engineer, because I believe electrical engineers think of analog electronics as a nightmare. They are more comfortable in machines, power system, but not in analog. But now this analog electronics course will stand you at par with the ECE engineers, and you will be able to do well in analog electronics, and I believe you can get 100% marks in analog in GATE and ESE through this course. Okay, so my dear friend, you need to watch all these videos carefully. You need to understand each and every point, and they will also have a large number of questions, so your problem solving ability will be developed. And now my dear friends, you can also join us on Unacademy Plus. With Unacademy Plus, what is the benefit if I am teaching here on YouTube itself? My dear friend, GATE rank or ESE rank is not only about the lectures. First thing you have to understand that when you come to Unacademy, the level of teaching, the level of interaction, discussion is way higher than it can ever be done on YouTube. Because there we are interacting live with the students, and you will feel that your teacher is sitting right in front of you and teaching you on a one-to-one basis. So that sort of a feeling you will get on Plus. You will feel like somebody is taking a tuition class when he is teaching on Plus. That level of personalization is there. But not only live classes, you also get recorded sessions. Whatever session you miss will be available in the recorded form. You get daily practice papers for practice. You get weekly tests to test your preparation level. You get test series, previous year question bank, short courses like crash course and rank improvement batch, and you also get doubt clearing by all the top educators. Now, when you get so many things in just one subscription, then I believe if you are serious enough to crack GATE and ESE, you can get the top rank in GATE and ESE. And you can also go for Iconic. Iconic is a superset of Plus subscription. It contains everything that is there in Plus, but many things that are there extra in Iconic, like a personal coach who will be guiding you on a one-to-one basis about the difficulties that you face, about your weaknesses, about the challenges that you might face, about the strategy part. Everything he will tell you in a one-to-one session. Then he will be seeing your test results and giving you a personalized test analysis about what are your weaknesses and how you can overcome them. Then every 2 weeks, there will be a study booster session in which you can ask your doubts, whatever problems you have, and they will be helping you clear them. That is again one-to-one. Other than that, you will also get personalized study material. Here you will get theory notes and you will get question banks. You will get interview guidance. Soon enough, interview guidance will also be added. So the student who is starting his journey right now and looking to crack GATE and ESE with the top rank, Iconic will be the best subscription for that. Stay with me till the end of the video and I'll tell you about the pricing of these subscription. And my dear friends, if you like the videos that we are putting on YouTube, we have created an entire repository at this link. bit.ly/GateLive. Here you will find all the PDFs of all the lectures and all the YouTube links. So here you will find the complete syllabus of GATE, Electrical, EC and IN. You will find it arranged subject wise, chapter wise with lecture links and PDF. So this is better than any other paid course available in the market, and plus is even better than this. So you can understand, whatever everybody else is providing you paid courses, we are providing you such a course for free via YouTube. So go and visit this link and take the benefit of all the lectures that are available. Other than that, my friend, I have also created a repository of my free classes on Unacademy called as the special classes. You need to open this URL, download the Unacademy Learning app, and you can attend all my free classes, live quizzes and test series. Yes, my dear friend, we are running a free test series as well. So once you download the Unacademy Learning app without even paying a single rupee, you can watch all the free classes by all the top educators along with their free live quizzes. And every Sunday we are conducting a free test that also you can become a part of. And if you want to learn from me, then my entire content is available on this URL. You can just go and visit this URL and see subject by subject, chapter by chapter, whatever I have taught, that will be available on this link. So first link will provide you all the YouTube classes for free and their PDF, and the second link will provide you my special classes on Unacademy. So that much content we are providing for free. Go and watch it, and if you like it, I would suggest that you come to Plus and use the code AnkitEAC. Because my dear friend, with Ankit EAC, you will get an immediate 10% discount, as well as you will be connected to me and we can work together to get you the best GATE rank, just like I obtained in 2014 and 2018. So if you want my guidance, if you want the best guidance in this market, if you want the best educators, then you have to join Unacademy. And while joining Unacademy, apply the code AnkitEAC to get immediate discount over and above whatever Unacademy is providing. You will get 10% additional off. Okay. So now, my dear friends, let's go and watch the lecture and let's learn something new that you might never ever have learned, and let's enjoy the beauty of analog electronics. And I'll meet you again after the video and I'll tell you about the plans and the pricing.
Hi guys, up to now we have covered the basic working of diode, and other than that I have told you how to find the state of diode, whether the diode is on or it is off. So in this video what we will do is we will take a look at some of the problems based on the basic circuits using diodes. So the first question is for the diode circuit, silicon diode. Now read this carefully, it is saying silicon diode, which means if it is saying silicon diode, for silicon we know that V gamma is 0.7 volt. Other than that we know that ideality factor is 2. We need to find ID1 and ID2, which means current through diode 1 and current through diode 2. Now if we apply short circuit test, when we apply short circuit test, I will short circuit both the diodes, but I told you don't directly short circuit, but rather replace it by their model. If I don't know the resistance, so CVD model is most commonly used among all the models. So here this is 10 volt battery, 0.33 ohm. This battery will be 0.7 volt and 0.7 volt. Now when two voltage sources, same voltage sources are in parallel, what I'll do, I'll take it as ground. This will be 10 volt, this will be 0.7 volt. So what will be the current through the resistance? I will be equal to 10 minus 0.7 by 0.33. Okay. If it is 10 minus 0.7 by 0.33, so how much will it come out to be? It will come out to be 28.18 milliampere. Okay, that will be the current. Now this voltage sources are same, so current will get divided into two equal parts. So what I'll say, ID1 equal to ID2 equal to I by 2, that is 14.09 milliampere. Now this is greater than 0, that means diodes are on. if diodes are on, our assumption is correct. Okay. If the current was coming out to be negative, it means I have mistakenly assumed it to be on, but the diode should be off. Take care about this. What I have done is I have applied short circuit test. In short circuit test, I have used CVD model, so I have replaced diode by the voltage drop. Next question. We need to find V0 voltage and I current for the circuit. Now if you see, there are two diodes. One is germanium, other is silicon. This 0.7 volt is the voltage drop, 0.3 volt is the voltage drop. Now if you want to apply short circuit test here, then what will happen actually? You will turn on this diode. It will give a voltage of 0.7. You will turn on the other diode. It will give a voltage of 0.3. So here KVL will be violated. Hence we cannot apply the short circuit test. So what I will do now? I will apply open circuit test. In open circuit test, what happens? We open circuit both the diodes. This is 4 volt. So what I will do is, I will open circuit both the diodes. Now since there is no path for the current to flow, the current I would be 0. If I is 0, the voltage here would be 4 volt, the voltage here would be 0 volt. So the voltage across both the diodes, are you getting my point? How am I obtaining 4 volt and 0 volt? The voltage drop across this resistance is plus minus 0 into 1 kilo ohm 0. The current here is also 0 ampere. So this voltage will be 0. So what we can say, VD1 equal to VD2 equal to 4 volt. Now how to judge which diode must be on? In open circuit test, I told you the diode having higher voltage will be on, but here both diodes have equal voltage. In such case, switch on diode with lesser V gamma. Okay. When both diodes have same voltage, you will turn on the diode with lesser knee voltage. Here germanium diode has lesser knee voltage, so I will redraw the circuit. So I will keep silicon diode off. I will switch on germanium diode. So I will replace it with a battery of 0.3 volt. Then this is 1 kilo ohm. This is V0. So first I will try and figure out the value of current I. This I will now be 4 minus 0.3 by 2. Resistance is 2 kilo ohm. 3.7 by 2 is 1.85 milliampere. What about V0? V0 will be I into 1 kilo ohm. That will come out to be 1.85 volt. Okay. So that will be the value of V0 and I. Now if you see the voltage across the silicon diode, the voltage across silicon diode is 0.3 volt, which is less than 0.7 volt. Hence this will remain off. So our assumption is correct that germanium diode will be on, whereas silicon diode will be off. So what I did, first I tried to apply short circuit test, but it was violating KVL, which is not possible. So I tried open circuit test. In open circuit test, if the diodes have same voltage, you will turn on the diode having lower knee voltage. Next question. Here again we have to calculate I1 and I2 assuming silicon diode. So now what I will do, I will again apply short circuit test. Here it is saying assume silicon diode. Okay. if you apply short circuit test, what you will do? You will replace diode with a voltage drop of 0.7 volt. This is 10 volt, this is 0 volt. So here by KVL the voltage will be 10.7. Here the voltage will be 0 plus 0.7, 0.7. Now these 2 points are connected. Again KVL is violated. Why? Because at a single point we cannot have two different voltages. That means short circuit test again cannot be applied. So what I'll do? I will apply open circuit test. So for applying open circuit test, what we'll do is 10 volt V0, zero volt again V0, one kilo ohm. This is 10 volt. See, there is no closed loop path for the current to flow. If there is no closed loop path for the current flow, the current does not flow through the 1 kilo ohm resistor. The voltage of it is 0. So V0 will be 10 volt. So what will be the diode 1 voltage? By KVL you can say diode 1 voltage is 10 minus 10 equal to 0. So it is less than 0.7 volt. So it is off. Why I am taking 0.7? Because it is silicon diode. What about diode 2? 10 minus 0, that is 10. Greater than 0.7. So it will be on. So now I will redraw the circuit by turning on D2. By turning on D2 we mean we will replace it with a battery of 0.7. Okay. So by KVL, here it is 0. Then we are increasing the voltage by 0.7. So V0 will come out to be 0.7 volt. So this voltage is 0.7 volt, which means the voltage across D1, VD1 is 0.7 minus 10 minus 9.3 volt. Okay. That means D1 will be off and you can say V0 is 0.7. If now you want to find I1 and I2, since D1 is off, I1 will be 0. What about I2? For I2 we will apply KVL. 10 minus 0.7 by 1 kilo ohm, that is 9.3 milliampere. This I2 current will flow like this. Okay. So the current in this branch will also be I2. Because here the current must be I1 plus I2 by KCL. If I know I1 is 0, then the current will be I2 only. So that is how by applying open circuit test we can judge the nature of diodes. Next, the reverse current of a PN junction diode is 10 microampere. Reverse current means reverse saturation current. 10 microampere at 20 degrees centigrade. Calculate the change in temperature required to make the current 35 microampere. So I will say IS1 is 10 microampere, IS2 is 35 microampere. By temperature dependence I know IS2 is IS1 2 to the power T2 minus T1 upon 10. That is reverse saturation current. I told you reverse saturation current doubles for every 10 degrees centigrade rise in temperature. So here we want to know the change in temperature. Change in temperature is actually T2 minus T1. So I will write delta T by 10. So how to find delta T? I will do IS2 by IS1 is 2 to the power delta T by 10. which implies delta T over 10 is equal to log on the base of 2 IS2 by IS1, which means this delta T will be 10 log of base 2 IS2 by IS1. Now what is the new reverse saturation current? 35 microampere. Initially it was 10 microampere, which means I will write delta T is 10 log on the base of 2, 3.5. So if you solve this, it will come out to be 18.07 degree centigrade. That is the change in temperature required. So the current, reverse saturation current, may become 35 microampere. So remember this temperature dependency. Moving on to the next problem. At room temperature, voltage across a silicon diode is 0.7 when 2 milliampere current flows through it. If the diode voltage is changed to 0.75, what is the current through the diode? Now we know that diode current is always reverse saturation current, e to the power Vd by eta Vt minus 1. Okay, that is the expression. In this case, if you want to find reverse saturation current, it is saying that diode current is 2 milliampere. Diode voltage is how much? 0.7 volt. For silicon diode, eta is taken as 2. 25 millivolt means 0.025. Okay, so that will be the expression. From here, if we find Is, it will come out to be 1.66 nanoampere. Now it says we need to find diode current when the voltage is 0.75. So the new diode current is Is e to the power the new voltage 0.75 by eta Vt 2 into 0.025 minus 1. So if you calculate it, we have just substituted the new voltage. It will come out to be 5.43 milliampere. That will be the new diode current after changing the voltage. So this diode current equation is also important. Next question. We need to find I1 and I2 assuming Vd equal to 0.7. Since it is asking current, I will again start from short circuit test, because in short circuit test we always find out the current, so it might be easier for us. In that case, what I will do is I will replace the diode by its voltage drop. This is 2 volt, 5 volt, 0.5 kilo ohm. Okay, this is 0.7, this is also 0.7. Okay, so now if you see here, if we consider this as ground, if we consider this as ground, this is minus 5 volt and plus 0.7, this will give 4.3 volt. If we are considering the lower node as ground, this will be 2 volt plus 0.7, it will give 2.7 volt. So we are getting two different voltages at the same point. So KVL is again violated. If KVL is violated, what I can do is I will apply open circuit test. If I apply open circuit test, then I will keep the diodes as open circuited. When you have both the diodes as open circuited, then actually what happens? Then there is no closed loop for the flow of current. If there is no closed loop, there is no current flow. This voltage is 5 volt. This is 2 volt. This is minus 5 volt. So what is the voltage across D1? From here we can say VD1 is 5 minus 2, that is 3 volt. What about D2? Voltage across D2, 5 minus 5 equal to 10 volt. Now we can clearly see VD2 is greater than VD1. So what I'll do is, I will open circuit D1, but I will replace D2 by CVD model or you can say 0.7 volt drop. Okay. So again, if you take it as ground, from here if D1 is off, I1 is 0. What I need is I2. If you take it as ground, this will be minus 5 volt. This will be minus 4.3 volt. I2 will be the current here. So I2 will be 5 minus 4.3 by 0.5. That will be 18.6 milliampere. So from here we can say that D1 is off and D2 is on, and I2 will be 18.6 milliampere, whereas I1 will be 0. Okay. So that way you can proceed. Next is find the value of Vi required such that ideal diode is forward. So it is saying that ideal diode is forward. If ideal diode is forward, it is replaced by short circuit. So let us replace the diode by short circuit. Let me write it as 0.5 kilo ohm. Okay. So now, when I have short circuited the diode, I will find the current through the diode I. So if you want to find the current through the diode, here the voltage is 7 volt. If you take it as ground, this is 3 volt. So what is this I2? If you find out I2, I2 is 7 minus 3 divided by 0.6. 4 by 0.6, 20 by 3 milliampere. Okay, that will be the current I2. Now, this suppose is current I1. I1 will be I plus I2, which means I will be I1 minus I2. I1 is how much by KVL? Vi minus 7 by 0.5. What about I2? 20 by 3. So 2 Vi minus 14 plus 20 by 3, or you can say 2 Vi minus 22 by 3. Now this current should be greater than 0 because diode carries current from anode to cathode. So what I will say, 2 Vi is greater than 22 by 3, or you can say Vi greater than 11 by 3. 11 by 3 means 3.66. Okay. So Vi must be greater than 3.67 volt. Is it fine? So let me check the calculations again. What I have done is, I have assumed the lower terminal to be ground. That is why the voltage here is 7. The voltage here is 3. So what is the current through this resistor? I2. 7 minus 3 by 0.6. 0.6 is 3 by 5. So it is 20 by 3 milliampere. What is the current here? It is Vi minus 7 by 0.5, that is 2 Vi minus 14. Okay. So 2 Vi minus 14 it is. So then plus 20 by 3. Then I have taken LCM, minus 42 plus 20, minus 22 by 3. So Vi should be greater than 3.67 volt. So that should be the answer. Next, we need to find the voltage across the 6 kilo ohm resistor. Okay, and it is saying assume silicon diode. Assuming silicon diode means V gamma should be 0.7 volt. Again, if there are multiple diodes, either I can go for short circuit test or open circuit test. Let me start this time by open circuit test, or let me start the same way by short circuit test. In short circuit test, what we will do is we will replace the diodes by their voltage drop. So I am drawing it horizontally. 10 volt, then 0.7 drop, then 2 kilo ohm resistor. Here we have 5 volt, again 0.7 drop, then basically 2 kilo ohm. So it is connected here. Then we have 6 kilo ohm. We have 0 volt, again 0.7 drop. This is connected here. Then we have 2 kilo ohm. Here we have minus 5 volt. So now what we have to do is we have to figure out the current through each diode, that is I1, I2 and I3. If these currents are positive, I will say that the diode is on. If these are negative, the diode will be off. So how to find these current? In order to find these currents, what I have to do is, the voltage here is 4.3. So I1 can be directly found out. 10 minus 4.3 minus 0.7 by 2. 2.5 milliampere, greater than 0. 0 and 0.7 drop. Voltage here is minus 0.7. If the voltage here is minus 0.7, what is the current here? I is 4.3 minus 0.7 whole divided by 6 kilo ohm. 5 by 6 milliampere. Now, if you want to find I2, I1 plus I2 by KCL, you can call it as I. So I2 is I minus I1, that is 5 by 6 minus 5 by 2, less than 0. So D2 is off. What about I3? For I3, I will find out this current. If I want to find out this current, suppose let me call it as I dash. I dash is minus 0.7 minus 5 by 2, that is 4.3 by 2 milliampere. Now I3 can be written as I dash minus I. 4.3 by 2 minus 5 by 6, it will come out to be positive. So D3 is also on. So by short circuit test, what I have figured out is D1 is on and D3 is on while D2 is off. So now if I redraw the circuit, 10 volt, 0.7 volt, 2 kilo ohm, 5 volt, the diode is open, 6 kilo ohm, 2 kilo ohm, minus 5 volt, 0 volt, 0 then 0.7. Okay. Now again I have to find I1, I2, I3 after finding the states of the diode. Based on this, since diode is open circuit, I2 is 0. What about I1? For that, I know the voltage here is minus 0.7. Since I2 is 0, the current here will be I1. So how to find I1? 10 minus 0.7 minus 0.7 whole divided by 8. So I1 will come out to be 1.25 milliampere. Now this current I dash will be minus 0.7 minus 5 by 2. That is how much? 4.3 by 2, that is 2.15 milliampere. Then I3 will be I dash minus I1. I am applying KCL at this node. So 2.15 minus 1.25, 0.9 milliampere. So these will be the currents through the diode. In this case, if you see, it was easier for me to apply short circuit test, but it is asking voltage across 6 kilo ohm. Voltage across 6K is I1 into 6. I1 into 6 is how much? 1.25 into 6 is 7.5 volt. So this will be the final answer. In previous questions we saw that open circuit test was easier, but in this particular question we saw short circuit test was easier. Next question. For circuit device characteristics in the figure, calculate the value of I. Now if you see, it is a PWL model. Okay. Why PWL? Because it is 0 up to a certain point. So this 0.5 indicates V gamma. But about the resistance, the slope of this line is 1 by resistance. So 1 by R is the slope. Slope is delta Y by delta X. Delta Y is how much? 1 milliampere. Delta X is 0.2. 0.001 by 0.2. So R is 0.2 by 0.001. So 2 into 10 to the power minus 1 upon 1 into 10 to the power minus 3, 200 ohm. Then in that case, what you can do is you can replace the diode by PWL model. .5, 200 ohm means 0.2 kilo ohm. What about current I? I will be 5 minus 0.5 by 1.2. 4.5 by 1.2, that is 45 by 12. 15 by 4, or you can say 3.75 milliampere. Okay. Otherwise, other thing that you can do is you can write the equation of the line. How to write the equation? You will write slope is if you want to go by line equation, slope is 0.001 by 0.2. That is how much? 0.005. That is the slope. If you want to write down the equation of straight line, what you will have to do is I minus 0 equal to slope is 0.005 V minus 0.5. I have written the equation of straight line y minus y naught equal to m x minus x naught. This equation I am referring to. Here x naught comma y naught is this point. 0.005 V minus 0.0025. Or you can say V equal to 200 I plus 0.5. Okay. And from this circuit, V can also be written as V equal to 5 minus 1000 I. That is using load line 5 minus 1000 I, that is by KVL. this should be 200I plus 0.5. Again you will get the same answer as we derived earlier. Okay, so there are two methods, either by going by the equation of straight line or by using PWL model. Moving to the last question, it says, for the circuit given below, if the diodes are identical and made of germanium, show that e to the power qV1 by kT, I will write it down clearly, qV1 by kT plus e to the power minus qV2 by kT equal to 2. Okay, so we have to prove this. Now, in this case, if you see, diode 1 is forward bias because positive terminal is connected to anode. So this is forward bias, this is reverse bias. But we know that the current through both the diodes will be same. If the current through both the diodes is same, what is the diode voltage 1? V1. What about voltage across diode 2? It is minus V2. Why minus V2? Because voltage polarity is always from anode to cathode. Okay. And by KVL we can say V1 plus V2 equal to 5. If you see the currents in the diodes, what you can say? I2 is minus I1. What about I2? How you will write I2? IS2 e to the power VD2 by eta Vt minus 1. I1 how you will write? IS1 e to the power Vd1 by eta Vt minus 1. Now both the diodes are identical, so this current will get cancelled out. So what you can say, Vd2 is minus V2 by Vt. Why Vt? Because for germanium eta equal to 1 minus 1 e to the power V1 by Vt minus minus plus 1. So you can say e to the power V1 by Vt plus e to the power minus V2 by Vt equal to 2. The thermal voltage then you can write as kT by Q and you will get the same answer. Okay. So here what I have observed is the relation between the current and the voltage of both the diodes. Okay. So this is last problem in this set. From the next video we will see application of the diodes, where we will see how to use diode to realize various applications. Thank you.
Hello everybody, how did you like the lecture? Did you like it or not? Did you enjoy the concepts or not? Tell me in the chat and the comment section. Did you guys like what you just saw? Did you guys understand each and everything, my dear friends? Okay, so if you liked it, then please share, please like the video and please leave a comment behind, because your comments are very, very valuable to all of us. And we do read your each and every comment and we go through them to understand what are the difficulties you are facing and how we are performing on YouTube. And my dear friend, a bonanza for you. Every subject is available on this YouTube channel. You just need to scroll through the channel and you will find all the courses. EDC, EMT, COM, machine, power system, power electronics, network, signal control, digital, maths, APT, everything is available here, everything. So you can just use this channel as your entire preparatory study material. Okay. Other than that, now all of you who wanted to know about the pricing of Plus, 1 year subscription on Plus will cost you 27,225 if you apply the code Ankit ESE. But now, my dear friend, there is a new subscription, 18-month subscription. Those of you who are starting your preparation mid-year can target GATE twice, or you can target GATE and ESE mains with 1.5 year subscription. That will cost you 34,650 if you apply the code Ankit ESE. If you see the difference, only 7,000 difference is there, but you are getting 6 months extra. And even better, you can go for 2 year. It will cost you 39,600. That is again in just 5,000 rupees, you are getting 6 months extra. So you can target all the exams like GATE, ESE, semester exams, ISRO, BARC, everything you can target with just one subscription. And if you go for Iconic, in which I told you about the personal coach, study material, interview guidance, for 12 months it will cost 4,500 if you use the code Ankit ESE, and for 24 months it will cost you 54,000 if you use the code Ankit ESE. Ankit ESE is your code, my code, our code, and that will give you an instant 10% discount over and above whatever Unacademy is offering you. And my dear friend, that will connect you to me so that we can work together towards getting the best GATE rank. So don't hesitate, join today, because winners always start early, winners never start late. So it's always better to start immediately rather than thinking about it and becoming late and later on regretting your decision. Believe me, you will not even regret one day when you join Plus. So it's high time that you join Unacademy Plus and get the best out of you and become the best version of yourself. And my dear friend, this is the Telegram channel for our YouTube team. You will find all the lecture updates here. And this is my personal Telegram channel. If you wish to get in touch with me with my personal Telegram channel, GATE AIR1. Okay, GATE AIR1 is my Telegram channel. You can get connected to me. You will get notes, you will get lecture links, everything you will get here. All the new initiatives information will be provided here. These are the other channels that we are running in other than Creatrix. You will find Electrical Junction. Here you will find short videos for GATE preparation, GATE question for PYQ, GS Terminal for non-technical content of SSC and RRB, Pathshala to learn engineering through animation, SSC JE for your JE and AE exams, my dear friends. Other than that, Telugu, if you want to learn engineering or GATE and ESE preparation in the Telugu language, if you are comfortable with it, go for Telugu. Other than that, we have separate channel for mechanical, civil, computer science. You will find all these channels. Please share these channels with your friends as well so that they can also get benefited in the same manner that you are getting benefit from our side. Okay. So thank you everybody. See you soon in the next video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Share it among your college friends, among your Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, everywhere you need to share it. And you need to subscribe to this channel, press that red button and hit the bell icon, because my dear friend, this channel is creating a revolution in the GATE and ESE industry, and you, my friend, are a part of this revolution. So see you soon. Thank you.